I just found out that you were the one that.
Should I call you girls? Neighborhood girls.
It would be false advertising. That would be other than under there. Yeah.
All right, so let's find ourselves in a nice, comfortable, seated position. And we're going to start to take in our environment. Start to think about the room and whatever it is that you were carrying from your house to across the street or from wherever you are to where you're sitting right now. Just try to let that go. Try to let that stay on the other side of the door. Start to feel the temperature of the air on your skin, the sounds in the room. Start to notice your breath coming in through your nose, out through your mouth. And let's bring that all in towards the center. Let's place one hand on your sternum, the other hand on top of your other hand. So both hands at your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your chest rise and fall with your breath. And let's think about the intention of patience today. Being patient with circumstances, being patient with the poses, being patient with your body. Let's take the arms out to the side, palms facing up, connecting the movement with one breath in, bringing the hands up overhead, breathe in. Touch the fingertips, reverse the hands, exhale in one breath, hands all the way down. Let's do that again, palms up, inhale, and exhale through the nose, creating that ocean sound with your breath. One more time, palms up, inhale through the nose, fingertips touch, reverse your hands, exhale. Place your hands on your right thigh, gentle twist to the right. Exhale, come center, gentle twist to the left. Exhale, come center. Let's place hands on the knees, do some seated cat-cow. So bringing the shoulders down and back, chest up, chin up, breathe in. Exhale, chin to chest, round the back, pushing the knees away. Let's do a couple of those at your own pace, connecting the movement with the breath. One more breath, one more cat, one more cow. Let's come to neutral. Place the hands in front of you, fingertips, and start to walk yourself out, bending at the waist, maybe kicking the hips back a little bit so that you keep the back long, trying not to round the back. So shoulders down, shoulder blades down and back, kick the hips back, and go as far as you can. Be patient with your body. It's still early. Go a little bit further. And just go as far as you can go, and then just rest in that position for a couple of breaths. Taking a deep breath. On an exhale, slowly, slowly walk your way back up. Roll the shoulders out. Bring the shoulders up by the ears and back and down. And going the opposite direction. Let's interlace the fingers, do some wrist movements. So we're doing circles with our wrist, going one way, going the other way. And shake out the hands. And place your hands on your thighs or somewhere comfortable. Let's drop the chin to the chest. Give your neck a stretch. Take the left ear over to the left shoulder. And then back over right ear, right shoulder. And back again. And back over the other side. And one more. And come center. Okay, let's take, we both have blocks. Blocks are suggested. Also a blanket if you need a blanket to put underneath your knees because the floor is a little bit too hard. Make sure that you have a blanket for your knees. Let's find ourselves in tabletop. Hands at the top of the mat. Blocks available. Water by your side in case you need some water. If we ever do anything that you feel is just a little bit beyond you, just listen. There's always an alternative. There's always a different way of doing the asana. And also child's pose is always available. So we find ourselves in tabletop at the top of the mat. So fingertips are close to the top of the mat. Shoulders are over your wrist. Hips are over your knee. Feet are unfolded. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Let's take the right arm out to the side and up as far as you can take it. So if 10 o'clock is as far as you can go, 11 o'clock, don't go past 12 o'clock though. That's curfew. So gazing at the top thumb, and then bring that down and let's thread the needle through, placing the right shoulder on the side of the mat, Side of your head is on the mat. And if it's in your practice, you can take your left hand and extend it all the way out above your head. And also think about your hips in this position. If your hips are being pushed over to the left side, bring them back in line with your heels. And notice, bring your mind into your right shoulder. If your right shoulder is tense and pushing you away from the mat, just let it go. Melt into that shoulder. Take a deep breath. Bring that left hand back by your face. Push up, bringing the right arm out and back up. Maybe you notice a difference because we were sitting on our shoulder. And bring that arm back down. Let's do the same on the other side. So left arm out and up. Coming up as far as you can go this morning. Gazing up at the thumb. Bring that arm down, thread it through, placing the left shoulder on the mat, left side of your head on the mat. checking your hips, maybe extending that right arm above your head. You can tent your fingers, giving your shoulder some height and stretch. Notice your left shoulder. Is it resisting? Taking a deep breath and bring that right hand back by your nose. Push up. Left arm comes back out and up. Maybe you notice a difference. And then bring that hand back down. Let's wake up our abs. Let's bring the right arm out as if we're shaking someone's hand in front of us. And left leg back. So our left leg is up. Foot is flexed. Knee is flexed, bringing that kneecap up. And bring that back down. Left hand out, right leg back. Notice your abs, bringing your belly button in towards your spine, engaging that area down there by the pelvis. And bring that back down. Right hand, left leg. Hold. And bring that back down. Left hand, right leg, and hold. And bring that back down. Let's do one more each side. So right hand, left leg, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that down. I should count backwards instead of up, right? Left hand, right leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring that down. Maybe give your tail a little shift back and forth, side to side. Let's bring the right knee up. Keep the knee bent so the sole of your foot is going towards the ceiling. And notice your arms pressing the mat away. Maybe rotating your elbows out towards the front of the mat or the eye of your elbow. And then bring that knee out to the side in our fire hydrant asana. And then bring the knee back down. So let's do that again. Knee up. Knee out to the right. As much height as you can without dumping over to the left side. And bring that knee back down. One more time. Knee up. Out to the side. And back down. Let's do a couple opposite. So we're going to bring the knee out to the side. Back. And down. Knee out to the side. And back. And down. Extend the right foot to the end of the mat. Roll over the toes. We're going to push the front of the mat away as we roll over the big toes, middle toes, small toes. Heel is going back towards the wall behind us. Maybe sawing back and forth, front to back. Let's lift the right leg and bring it across the body, placing the right foot on the outside of the left side of the mat. Gazing over your left shoulder at that right heel, which should be pointed towards the ceiling. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can push that heel back in space while you keep your sit bones, or I'm sorry, your hips in the same place if you can. Let's lift that leg, bring it all the way across, placing the right leg, right foot on the outside of the right side of the mat. Let's come up into gate pose. If you have to adjust, adjust. Placing your right hand on your right knee, left arm comes up and over as we lean towards the right. Shifting the hips towards the left so that we don't dump down. Taking your right hand, if it's in your practice, and reaching for that big ball, beach ball, and noticing your left shoulder, bringing it back in space a little bit. Taking a deep breath. Inhale, come all the way up. You can place your hand either on the floor next to you, or if you have a block, place your left hand on a block. And bring your right arm up and over, framing your ear with your shoulder or your bicep. So we have this long, slanted line of energy from our heels up through the leg, through the torso, and out through the arm. So we're reaching with the fingers, grounding with the heel. One more big reach. Connect with the breath again. And bring that all in and place the right foot at the top of the mat so we're in a kneeling position. Have your blocks handy. And let's scooch the left knee back in space, maybe about 2 inches, so that we are in a runner's lunge. And really notice your alignment here. So my knee is over my ankle. It's not too far forward yet. So placing the hands on the hips, let's just saw forward and saw back to 90 degrees here. Saw forward. And where do you notice this? You notice it in your hip flexors, in all the muscles that connect your inner thigh to your pelvis. Maybe you notice in your glutes, hamstrings. You notice it everywhere. Maybe go a little bit further and come back up. Let's grab those blocks. Straighten the front leg, so we're straightening our right leg, coming into half splits. So notice that the kneeling leg is at 90 degrees. So our knee is bent at 90 degrees. And we're going to start bending at the waist, kicking the hips back, trying to keep a long spine, long back, and using the blocks for balance. You don't need blocks, but they're good for balance. So I am actively kicking my hips back. That gives me more length in my extended leg. Take in one more breath. On an exhale, come all the way up. Rebend the front leg. Maybe adjust your left knee so that we're at a 90 degrees right here. Come all the way up, bringing your torso up straight. Hands at prayer. Bring your thumbs to heart center. And we're going to hook our left elbow over our right knee. If you need to help your elbow with your right hand, go right ahead and do that. And then bring hands to prayer. Elbows should be opposite each other. And I'm trying to bring my thumbs towards my sternum as I gaze towards the ceiling, where the ceiling and the wall meet. And taking a deep breath. Exhale, come forward. Placing the hands at the top of the mat. Replace the right knee next to the left. Maybe give your tail a little swish back and forth. Let's do the same on the other side. Let's lift the left knee, keeping the knee bent. And try to imagine where your foot is. So my foot isn't all the way out. It's not a long leg, and it's not a short leg with my heel in towards my butt. It's as 90 degree as I can imagine without actually looking back there. And take the left knee out to the left side and back down. And remember, try not to dump into the right side by pushing the front of the mat away with your hands. Lift the left knee again, out to the left side, and back down. Lift the left knee, out to the side, and back down. Let's go the opposite way. Left knee out to the side, back, and down, out to the side, back, and down. Let's extend the left foot to the end of the mat, rolling over the toes, pushing the front of the mat away with your hands, actively sawing back and forth, front to back, rolling over your toes, big toes, small toes, all the toes. Lift that left leg, bring it all the way across your body, placing the left foot on the outside of the right side of the mat, and gazing over your shoulder at that left heel, which should be pointed towards the ceiling. Again, you can try, if it's in your practice, to push that heel away without really moving your hips. So you're lengthening from your Achilles, from your heel, all the way up through to your hip flexor. Lift that leg, bring it all the way across again, placing the left foot on the outside of the left side of the mat, coming up into gate pose. Left hand, left knee, right arm up and over, leaning over to the left. Bring that right shoulder back in space. If it's in your practice, you can grab that ball. And let's come all the way up, placing the right hand either on a block or on the floor. Left arm comes up and over. And we're reaching our fingertips at a diagonal as our left heel grounds into the floor. Reach, reach, and bring everything back in, placing the left foot at the top of the mat, having your two blocks handy. We're going to scooch that right knee back so that we're in a lunge. And again, noticing our front leg should be at a 90-degree angle, and our back should be a little bit longer than that. So placing hands on hips, just sawing back and forth. It's not a big movement, but you're waking up those connections in our pelvis, hip flexors, ankle. And grab both blocks, extend the left heel out. Maybe adjust your back knee so that you're at a 90 degrees. And our left leg is long and straight as we start to bend at the waist, bringing those hips back in space. Left toes should be pointed towards the ceiling. Breathing. Being patient with your body that you have right now, right here. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, come all the way up, rebend the front leg, adjust that right knee so that it's at 90 degrees. Move your blocks out of the way. Hands at prayer, thumbs at your sternum, heart center. Let's take that right elbow and place it on the outside of your left knee. And coming into a twist on the left side. Gazing up to where the ceiling meets the wall, perhaps. Trying to bring our thumbs towards the sternum, One more deep breath. Come all the way forward. Bring that left knee back in line. And let's touch our big toes in the back. Knees come all the way to the outside of the mat. And let's come into child's pose. So from child's pose, if you need to adjust your hat, because your hat's in the way. Child's pose can be a resting position, but it can also be a really dynamic stretch if you're reaching your hands all the way above your head, tenting your fingers. If your hips don't go all the way back, you can also put a block underneath your sit bones. Sit on that block. There are always alternatives. You can use 2 blocks. Let's curl the toes under. And we're going to lift the knees and push back into a down dog. And when we're in this first down dog, don't worry about position right now. We're just walking our heels, walking our knees in, massaging those ankles, massaging the calves. Now let's meet in a down dog and push your hips all the way back as if someone had both palms on the back of your hips, pushing them back in space. Knees are bent. And then start to straighten your knees, your legs to the extent that you can. Maybe your heels will touch the floor, maybe they won't. You're meeting your body where it is right now. And we're breathing. Come up on your tiptoes. Look at the top of the mat and tiptoe all the way to the top of the mat. And we're in our forward fold. Let's just hold here for a moment. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. And then slowly, slowly make your way all the way up, chin to chest, head comes up last. Don't want anybody fainting. Let's roll the shoulders back a couple of times. Roll the shoulders forward. And we find ourselves in mountain pose, Tadasana at the top of the mat. Notice your feet, maybe hip width apart, hip distance. Bring your toes up a couple of times. Front of your legs should be internally rotated. So if you're kind of doing this, you want to do this. Internally rotate. Hands at prayer. Spine is long, and you feel like someone is pulling your head up with a string, like a marionette. Tadasana is not a passive pose, it's a very active pose, standing. Let's bring arms out to side and up overhead as you breathe in. Bend the knees, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Now when we're halfway, our back is as long as it can be. Hands are on our shins, they can be on blocks. They can be right here with your fingertips right in front of your toes, but your back is long. Your shoulders are back and down away from your ears. And exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, arms out to the side and up overhead. And exhale, hands to prayer at your heart. Let's do that again. Try to connect the movements with one breath each. Arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathe in. Bend the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. That's half of a sun salutation. Let's do that again. Arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands meet at prayer. Exhale, hands to heart center. Arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathe in. Bend the knees, forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Extend the left leg to the back of the mat. Bring the knee to the mat, uncurl the toes, and let's come up into our kneeling crescent. If you need to put something under your knee, go right ahead. And then notice your front leg. Front leg should be 90 degrees. Arms are up. Slight back bend. And let's take in a deep breath. On an exhale, bring the hands to the top of the mat. Curl the toes, lift the knee. Bring the right leg to the back of the mat. And we're in our plank. And then let's push back into down dog. Pedaling the feet. And let's bring the left leg up in the air into our three-legged dog. And your left leg is going to go as high as you can bring it. Bend that left knee and then open the hips to the left. Maybe you can circle your foot, lubricating that ankle some more. And square the hips to the mat. Come up on your right toes. Bring the left knee all the way to your chest. Round your back. And then bring the left foot to the top of the mat. How do we do, ladies? Okay. And then bring the right knee to the mat. Uncurl the toes. Coming up into kneeling crescent on this side. Noticing your front leg. Slight leaning back. And exhale, bring hands to the top of the mat. Uncurl the toes, lift the knee. Bring the right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale all the way up, bringing hands up overhead. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Breathe in, arms out and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat, right leg to the back of the mat. Bring the right knee to the mat, uncurl the toes, come up into kneeling crescent. Arms up. And bring the hands to the top of the mat. Uncurl the toes, lift the knee, bring the left foot to the back of the mat. Push back into down dog. Pedal the feet if that's in your practice. If you need some more stretchies. Remember to push your hips back, long back. Your arms are framing your ears. Fingertips are gripping the mat. Hands are not passive. Let's lift the right leg into the sky. Three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open the hip to the right. Maybe do some foot circles on this side. That's my knee cracking, or my ankle, sort of. Let's bring the hips back in line with the mat. Come up on your left toes. Bring that right knee to your chest, arch the back, and then bring the right foot to the top of the mat. Bring the left knee to the mat, uncurl the toes. Let's come up into kneeling crescent. Slight back bend. On an exhale, bring your hands to the top of the mat, uncurl the toes, lift the knee, and then bring that left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side and up overhead. And exhale, hands to prayer. How are we doing? Good. Check in with your toes. Check in with your feet. Check in with your legs, internally rotated. Arms out to the side and up overhead, breathe in. Let's grab the left wrist with the right hand and let's lean to the right, pulling on that wrist. Gently, don't pull your arm out of your socket. And let's come back to center. Grab the right wrist with the left hand. Gently pull to the left. Let's come back to center. Bend the knees, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Hands to the top of the mat. Bring the left foot to the back of the mat. And we're in our runner's lunge. Grab a block if you need it, placing the left hand on the block or on the ground. It's up to you. I have short arms. Let's bring that right arm out to the side and up as high as you can go. Gazing at the thumb if that's in your practice. Back leg is engaged. It's not passive, it's not bent. Now let's bring that right arm all the way back as if you're pointing towards the back wall, like a big clock hand, coming all the way down, sweeping, touching the mat with your fingertips, and then collecting the left hand and coming up into crescent pose. Let's pivot on the back foot and ground that left heel, coming into warrior two. And notice your warrior two. Your right knee should not be beyond your ankle. Should be either at a right angle or slightly behind. Back leg is engaged. Shoulders are over hips. Arms are shoulder height, not too high, not too low. Let's straighten the front leg and bring the arms up overhead. Rebend the front leg, go back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, bring the arms up overhead. Rebend the front leg, go back to warrior two. One more time, straighten the front leg, arms up overhead. Kick the back hip back in space, reaching forward with your right arm and bringing that right arm down either onto a block, onto your ankle, or right next to your knee, on the inside of your knee. Left arm comes up in space into triangle pose. A couple of breaths here. Maybe you gaze up towards that thumb. Taking an inhale and an exhale. Bring the torso all the way up. Rebend the front leg. Reach out. Drop the back arm. And sweep the fingers across the ceiling, coming back into peaceful warrior. And come forward. You can place your forearm on your knee. You can place your arm on the inside of your right shin. And then bring that left arm up and over into side angle. Extended side angle. Couple of breaths here. And bring both hands to the top of the mat. Right foot goes to the back of the mat. And let's slowly lower our chest all the way to the mat. Move blocks out of the way if they're in your way. Bend the knees. Let's do some windshield wipers back and forth. So massaging the quads, moving back and forth. Maybe extend the feet all the way to the end of the mat and do some big circles with your shins. Go the opposite direction. And let's bring the feet back down. Uncurl the toes and bring the hands alongside your body, palms facing up. We're going to do some locust pose. So let's bring the shoulders up, keeping the back long and the neck long. Bring your hands up. And if this is as far as you want to go, stay right here. Or you can also lift your feet. So we're lifting our shoulders and our chest off of the floor. Now we're lifting our feet, engaging that lower back. Bringing the fingers back in space, shoulders down. One more breath. Slowly lower to the floor, placing one side of your head on the mat. Let's do that one more time. So bring the shoulders and the head up off the mat. Hands come up off the mat. Fingertips are going back towards my feet, my heels. And if it's in your practice, you can lift your legs to the height that you can. And I hope you're breathing. If you don't breathe, bad things happen. And let's slowly lower to the ground. Place the other side of your head on the mat. Let's place the hands by our chest. Push up into tabletop. Curl the toes. Lift the knees. And let's push back into down dog. Come up on your toes. Look at the top of the mat. Tiptoe all the way to the top of the mat. Come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Arms out to the side and up overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathe in. Bend the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Extend the right leg to the back of the mat. And come up into crescent pose. Arms up. Noticing your front leg. Let's pivot on the back foot, grounding the heel, coming into warrior two. I'm going to go this way. Coming into warrior two. Let's straighten the front leg, bring the arms up. Bend the front leg, arms down. Back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, arms up. Arms down, bend the leg. Arms up. Bend the leg, warrior two. Let's do this one more time. Extend the leg, arms up. Kick the hip back, reach forward, bringing that left arm down. You can place it on a block or next to your leg, next to your shin. And bring that right arm up in space into triangle pose. Gazing at that top thumb if it's in your practice. And noticing. And again, bringing patience and compassion into your practice. Taking a deep breath, and an exhale, come all the way up. Rebend that front leg, reaching forward, dropping the back arm, coming back, painting the ceiling with your fingertips. And come forward, placing the arm on the knee, or you can place it right next to your shin, bringing the right arm up and over into our extended side angle. And then let's exhale, bringing both hands to the top of the mat, and bring that left foot to the back of the mat. And we're in our plank pose. Let's bring both knees to the mat, touching the back toes, big toes together, and push back into your child's pose. Let's push up into tabletop. I'm going to cross our ankles in the back, and then roll over our ankles and come into a seated position. Seated forward fold. Just checking on things, how we doing? Let's bend the knees slightly, bring the heels in towards you, and start to lean forward, placing your hands on your shins, on your ankles, and then your chest is on the top of your legs, on your thighs. If it's in your practice, place your hands on top of your toes and start to walk your heels out, straightening your legs, but keeping your back in the same position. If you can go deeper, go deeper. If this is where you need to be, then this is where you need to be. But try not to round the back, trying to keep the back long. Take in one more deep breath. Exhale, come all the way up. Bend the left leg, bringing the right. Let's bend the left leg, bringing the left foot on the outside of the right knee. Wrapping your right arm around that knee, bringing the left arm back in space, placing the left hand in the middle of the mat, and inching it towards your tailbone as a kickstand to keep your torso up. Gazing over your left shoulder and hugging that knee in towards center. Engaging your left foot so that it is flexed. And breathing. And on an exhale, come all the way center. Come over to the right just to give a little bit of a opposite twist. Come back center, placing the left ankle on the right knee. My left hand is going on top of my knee. Right hand is cradling my left foot. And I'm guiding that knee down towards the mat. I'm not pushing it, but I'm guiding it as we bend at the waist, coming forward. Taking a deep breath. On an exhale, come all the way up. Extend the leg out to the end of the mat, bending the right knee, bringing the right foot on the outside of the left knee, wrapping your arm around that knee and bringing the right hand all the way back, placing it in the center of the mat, inching it towards your tailbone again. so that your torso is up and straight and long, gazing over the shoulder, engaging your left foot and hugging that knee in towards center. One more deep breath. Exhale, come all the way around to the left side, counter twist. Come back center, placing the right ankle on the left knee. Hand goes on top of the knee. Cradle your foot with your left hand, guiding that knee down towards the mat. And start to lean forward. One more deep breath. On an exhale, come all the way up. Extend the right heel to the end of the mat. And slowly make your way down, bringing your head to the mat last. I have to figure out how to make my screen not go to sleep. Oh, I think it's still taking the video. It's just going to sleep. Anyway, have a block handy. Do you have a block by your hand? And we're going to bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the floor. Our hands are alongside of our body with our palms facing down. Try to find the tips of your middle finger with your heels. And then take that block and on the low, long setting, place it between your knees. So it's going to look like this. And then just turn it around and place it between your knees. And then squeeze the knees in towards the center. Press the palms down into the floor. Bring the belly button in towards the spine. And then lift the hips up into bridge. And when we're in bridge, your knees are going forward, squeezing the butt cheeks together, pressing the palms into the floor, and engaging your abs by pulling that belly button area in towards your spine. One more breath in. On an exhale, lower your hips to the floor. Let's remove the block. Wrap your hands around your knees and bring your knees in towards your chest, maybe in towards your armpit. Roll side to side, using your arms as guides so you don't roll over too far. Let's interlace the fingers and wrap your fingers around the right knee. Extend the left leg all the way to the end of the mat, bringing the heel to the floor. Bringing that knee in towards your armpit. And take your left hand and guide that right knee across your body, extending your right arm out to the side. Maybe you can gaze over towards the right thumb, trying to keep your shoulders on the mat. So maybe your right knee goes all the way to the floor. Maybe it doesn't. You're meeting your body right where it is. Having some understanding and compassion and patience for your body. On an exhale, come all the way center. Bring both knees in. Wrap your interlaced fingers around your left knee. Extend your right heel all the way to the end of the mat, bringing the heel to the ground. Guiding your left knee across your body with your right hand, extending your left arm out to the side. maybe gazing towards that thumb, trying to keep those shoulders on the mat. Taking a deep breath. On an exhale, come all the way center. Let's give yourself one more big hug, so grab your knees with your hands. Pull your knees in towards your chest. And then extend the heels to the corners of the mat, bringing your arms alongside. Palms are facing upwards. We're coming into Shavasana. And you're starting to notice what your body feels like after exciting your nervous system and going through all of these different asanas. So we're lying on our back, bringing the mind into our feet. And then traveling with the mind all the way up the body. And anywhere that you still notice tension, just try to let that go. Try to allow gravity to help you melt into the floor, into your mat. Coming up the torso, into the hands, arms, shoulders, neck. Noticing your face, jaws relaxed, muscles are relaxed in your face. Noticing the air coming in through your nose. And while you're in Shavasana, you're just noticing. Noticing the breath, noticing your thoughts go by. Let's take in a deep breath, bringing the arms up overhead, hooking your thumbs together, giving yourself a big stretch. Bending the knees, bringing the soles of your feet to the floor. And you can roll to either the left side or the right side. Placing your head, arm, we're in this fetal position. There's nothing to do, no place to go right now. And when you're ready, you can push up into a comfortable seated position, taking your time, reorienting yourself. Let's bring our hands to prayer. Bow your head and ending your practice with gratitude and remembering our intention of being patient. Having gratitude for the capacity to have patience. It's not easy. Taking a deep breath. And exhale, letting it all go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you.